So I'm going to walk you through some of the quick steps that you can use to do this project. Remember, you really want to have some idea of what you're going to say and kind of preload when it is that you want to, what parts you want to show. And if you know exactly where to find it on the timeline, it should be pretty easy. Another thing you might want to do is preload the content. So just on a side note, that's not it. When you start Screencastify, this is how you do it. It's going to automatically archive all of your screencasts and create a folder in the Google Drive. So you can find it there, but the screencast itself has a way of sharing that's pretty easy. I'll show you that really, really quickly. So I'm going to use this as kind of my demo and just have it preset. And you can jump to different parts of your timeline. And you're going to want to make sure that your speaker's up really loud, because that's pretty much well, actually, no, if you use this, you can set something up even better. So I'm going to have this ready. And then I'm going to go to Screencastify after I've installed it. And you do not need to use the webcam. And in this case, I would just use the browser tab and then show more options. And you want to make sure that tab audio is on. That way, actually, your speakers don't have to be on that loud. I'll actually hear exactly what the interview sounds like if you're doing it through Google Drive. If you're not, and you're using an app like QuickTime or something to play the video as you're talking about it, you might just want to turn the microphone up just enough so that you can hear it. As always, check the microphone, make sure it's working before you start recording. And it'll give you a 3-second countdown. Check your settings, make sure again, you don't need the camera, and then click record. And you'll get the 3-second countdown, 3, 2, 1. You got some new tools here that you can work with if you need to point something out. And then you go. So if you're talking, you will hear it from the microphone. If you play something like a section, again, you want to cue it. Let's say 132. So when I looked at just these and saw them all grouped together, the first word that came to mind, and I'm just going to stop it right there. And basically, that's how you'll do your screencast. So when you're showing moments from the interview, I'll be able to hear it, and this will prevent you from having to edit or do anything fancy. When you're done, you just hit stop, and you can click back to the screencast. It'll tell you how long. There's a 5-minute limit on that, so be aware of that. And then check your audio. Should be able to hear it, but I'm going to listen to this just so that we can see whether or not, and I'll share the sound so that it shows whether or not the audio from the website was recorded cleanly. And then you go. So if you're talking, you will hear it from the microphone. If you play something like a section, again, you want to cue it. Let's say 132. So when I looked at just these and saw them all grouped together, the first word that came to mind, and I'm just, okay. So the note there is there's an echo because it's also hearing what's on the microphone. So to prevent that, you can turn your speakers down if you're using a tab. You always want to listen to it and make sure that it sounds good, because if I can't hear your responses, I'm not going to be able to give you as much credit for what I hear. And again, the goal here is to just really share what you've learned. So when you're done, since it's already in Google Drive, you can do it that way, but this is the link that you need. Copy a shareable link. It automatically sets it so that you can share it, and you can turn that right into Canvas. Easy, easy, easy. Try not to overdo it. If you make a few mistakes, that's fine. Don't forget there is a 5-minute limit in Screencastify, and after that, it'll stop the recording. So don't go more than 5 minutes. But just show me some highlights, answer all the questions to the best of your ability, and learn from the experience.